I'm Marty O'Donnell. I'm the audio director at Bungie, and I do all the sound and music and sound effects, dialogue, all that stuff, or at least I listen to everything that happens.
Yeah. So how long have you been with the company?
I've only been there since May of 2000, but I was a freelancer. I had a company that did music and audio for games and commercials and TV and so forth. And Bungie was one of my clients, so I worked with them since someplace in '96.
So how much have you enjoyed working on the whole Halo project?
Oh, Halo's been great. It's you know, from when I first saw it, someplace I think it was around 1998. Jason showed me some early stuff that they were working on, and it was called Lamb or something at the time. And it just looked like a lot of fun. We were all excited about a new adventure. It seemed sort of like a return to some of the science fiction marathon stuff. Because at that point we had done Myth 1 and 2, and this was more of a science fiction thing and space cyborg kind of. Although at the very beginning it wasn't even that. It was almost going to be a little bit more like Myth, except set in a science fiction setting. So we didn't really have the sort of singular Master Chief hero for a while. So that was kind of.
Who would you say on the Bungie staff working there? Who would you say is the craziest guy working there?
Craziest guy? Wow. I think the craziest guy is actually a guy named Paul Russell.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's certified. Bernie's on the edge.
What has got you excited the most about this new project?
Boy, that's a tough one. Working on Halo 1 was really exciting. We had some real breakthrough moments. The Macworld trailer was really exciting. E3 2000 movie was a lot of fun, and to be a launch title for Microsoft's Xbox actually was really exciting. So now for this, it's just that we've got a chance. We've had the hardware for a while, and we're retooling everything to make every part of Halo better than it was. So that's a really exciting challenge.
Well, how does it work as far as the actual sounds, like the score for Halo and Halo 2? How does it work putting those together? Do you call up different symphonies in the area? Do you have friends that you work with that compose? Do you actually do it yourself? How does that?
Yeah, I'm the composer. Mike Salvatore is my partner that I worked with for years and years. He's always been a composer and an engineer, and he was. I used Mike for parts of Halo stuff. I would send him tracks, he would send me some tracks, and we would sort of combine on things. So far on Halo 2, that's been all my composition. I've tried to keep it all in Seattle because it's just easier to maintain that way. And the players I'm using right now are all been Seattle players since we started Halo 2. So I think that's probably the way it's going to stay. All the players on the soundtrack you hear in there is Halo 2, Seattle players.
Do you see the game first and then write the music for the game kind of on what you see, or? Well,
it depends on what. Sometimes we've, like Joe, the director of cinematics, will come and say, "Hey, Marty, we need this thing. It's 3 minutes long. We're going to tell this kind of story, and we need a big score, or we need music for it." So sometimes I'll make music before I see anything. I prefer to actually see what they really have in mind, what Joe really wants to cut together, what people really want to do, because I get really inspired by visuals. And flat, untextured, unlit visuals with no dialogue, I tend to not have many ideas with it. I just don't know where the emotional content is, so I really like to see what's going on if I can.
I'm sure that helps also with Halo 2, with just the richness of just the graphical capabilities.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
More expressions, more things like that. It sure helps with the process.
And I usually know that if I write a piece that's got a lot of exciting moments in it, somehow it'll match up with a bunch of exciting moments in the visuals. So sometimes a little bit happens at the same time, and we just hope everything sort of comes together. So
very cool. Well, thank you for your time, Marty.
Thanks for doing
really
this.
Appreciate it. No problem.